Hello everyone! As you all know, Totoro has always been my childhood best friend. Today, I'm going to show you guys how you can make one yourself. No sewing is required. Whether you can make it for yourself or someone as a gift, you will have lots of fun. Let's get started. You will need felting wool, and of course you're going to need it in grey because Totoro is grey. And you'll also be needing some white and some black, 3 colors only. Alright, so step 1, I'm rolling my felting wool into a ball with my fingertips. So keep rolling and rolling until you get your desired size. You make it as big or as small as you like. So I'm happy with this size, so I'm going to rip off the excess felting wool. I'm going to grab my foam board so I don't scratch the table. And then with my felting needle, I'm going to start stabbing it. And as I keep stabbing it, it's going to make the felting wool tangle up on the inside. So the more you stab, the more smaller and dense it'll become. Here you can see the shape I'm really going for is the shape of an egg. Okay, so leaving the body to the side, I'm going to start making Totoro's arms. So the shape I'm going for is kind of like a shape of a pebble, and you're going to need 2 of these. So I say this all the time, be very careful, try not to stab yourself too much. Alright, so let's pop these arms to the side of the body to see how it looks. If it helps, have a picture of Totoro so you can have a better image and a guideline. Okay, this looks pretty good. Moving on, let's make the ears. I'm just going to grab some of that felting wool again and just roughly making that shape and just comparing it against the body. So if you think that looks good enough, then grab your needle and start stabbing. Once I'm done with the ears, I can then attach this into Totoro. Now, using the needle, I'm really just stabbing along the edges. So what happens is you're making the felting wool of the ears and also of the body tangle up together. Next step, attach the eyes. So grabbing some white felting wool and rolling it between my fingertips, I'm just going to lay it down, and then using my felting needle, I'm going to prick along the edges first. So you want to make a shape of a circle, and once you're happy with the shape, then you can go ahead and fill in the center. Make sure you keep the eyes as round as possible. Right in the middle of the eye, I'm using my felting needle to stab the center repeatedly so it forms a hole, and then I'm going to add a little bit of glue and then pop in the eyes. Remember, if you don't have actual eyes, then you can just use a little bit of the black felting wool, roll it between your fingertips, and that could be your eyes. Now it's time for me to add the nose. When you're making the nose, you want to keep it looking like an upside down triangle. Next step, add the arms, and you're just placing the arms to the side and use your needle to stab repeatedly, and they should join together. So to make sure it's secured nice and tight, then make sure you stab all along the edges where the arm meets the body. So now I can go ahead and make Totoro's body. And again, you want to make the outline first. So make the circular shape, and once you're happy with the outline, then you can go ahead and fill in the center. Yeah, I decided his body was a bit too short looking, so I added another big chunk of grey felting wool at the base, and this just makes the body look longer. Yeah, so have better judgment, guys. Since I extended Totoro's body, of course his tummy needs to be extended. So then I have something that looks like this. Now I can grab the grey felting wool again and make the markings on Totoro's body. The shape kind of reminds me of a boomerang. Always, always, always make the outline of the shape first, and once you're happy with the shape, then you go ahead and fill it in. So it was my first time making Totoro, and I just kind of made it as I went along, but it was pretty easy. You're pretty much just making very basic shapes and connecting them together. Finally, my Totoro little plushie is complete. I think this is such an adorable do-it-yourself gift idea. However, this one is gonna be mine. I actually had some felting wool left over, so I went ahead and made the small white one, and I also made a little suit sphere. It's very easy, you just make a small black ball, add the eyes on, voila! I hope you guys enjoyed getting crafty with me these episodes. Thank you so much for watching. Mwah.